You wanted to see me, Principal?
Yes, there are urgent matters we need to discuss. I've been trying to get a good high-gain sound from my vintage Fender Deluxe Reverb for quite some time now, and I need your help.
Wow, you have quite the amp there. But to be honest, that's not quite the best choice for a proper high-gain sound.
Oh, but of course, not on its own at least.
Sir?
I can do every sound out there with my vintage Fender Deluxe Reverb. I know this. I just need the proper pedal for the job.
Sir, I understand that you love this amplifier very much.
I've already arranged for my wedding with this amplifier. I just haven't decided if I'll change my name to Andre Fender or Andre Deluxe Reverb.
Sir, I know, but I don't think it's the right tool for the job.
Did you just call my Fender Deluxe Reverb a tool? You aren't the tool.
Sir, I apologize, that's not what I meant. What I want to say is that there's no pedal that can really do a good high-gain sound, at least not in my opinion.
Well, maybe you're just thinking of those ghastly little Boss Metal Zones. They are truly atrocious.
Sir, they're not really top-notch, although if pressed, I guess you could dial one in and use it as an emergency backup.
No, please stop. That's not what I have in mind at all. Especially when there are so many wonderful alternatives to choose from. Oh, what about a boutique distortion pedal? I love how those exquisite droplets of fabulous transform your tone. I can already see it, from the cleanest sparkly Fender tones to a gorgeous liquid sustain as thick as chocolate pudding.
Sir, although there are many such pedals to choose from on the market, they fall short of delivering even a mediocre high-gain tube sound. I personally don't see the point in one.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe I just need a few overdrive pedals and use them in series.
Again, the choice is yours, sir. And while they could offer a wide variety of interesting tones by playing with the levels, gain and pedal order, none of them would have either the clarity or the punch of a good tube preamp.
Aha, but that's where you're wrong. You see, Bechtels are made to sound as good as a max tube amp, but at the level of an ant's bowel movement.
Yeah, about that. Who told you that? Have you ever heard a proper master volume amplifier? Just because some people are gullible enough to shell hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars on bogus effect pedals and snake oil gear, that doesn't make it true. If that were the case, then we would all be playing shitty solid-state and modeling amplifiers by now. But other than fake-ass genres like synth and metalcore, nobody is really using them extensively.
But preamp distortion alone sounds buzzy. That's what the players on Insert Modeling Amp forums say.
That statement is ridiculous on so many levels. Not only do the genres played by these people sound dull and chucky even on tube amps, but modeling amps sound inherently thinner than tube amps even when dialed properly. People say most can't tell the difference, and that's true because most musicians are a bunch of fakes and posers. And while it's difficult to explain what the difference is, I can tell you that listening to a modeling amp sounds much like listening to a tube amp over the phone. That's how I would describe it.
But recording guitarists always say you need a JCM 800 and a small aircraft hangar to get close to the sound in the recordings.
Again, no. While the JCM 800 will get quite a bit more gainy by pushing both the preamp and the power amp, many high-gain amps found in the studios of today like dual rectifiers, 6505 and whatnot, get most of their gain from their preamp section. The power section doesn't distort all that much, even with the master at full. They are made to get their distortion this way, and it's what you hear on many records as it is.
But they still sound crap without a boost pedal.
Yeah, no. Again, although this has been done even by old-school thrash metal guitarists, it's not an imperative. And as far as I'm concerned, I'd much rather have that loose, more dynamic sound of the amplifier alone, than adding any more needed diodes to the signal path.
Maybe a tube rack preamp then?
Sir, you're just trying to circumvent the problem. Your Deluxe Reverb is not made for those sounds. You'd be better off buying one of the many so-called lunchbox amps. An R15 or a DSL-15 might just be the ticket for you.
Never. The person who sold me this gorgeous amplifier said it's the single most perfectest bundle of impossibly exuberant tones out there. And for the $10,000 I paid, it had better be.
Folks, this is the problem with pedal junkies, Axe Effects fanboys and versatility freaks. It doesn't have to do everything, and neither do you. Just find the amp which inspires you, even when plugging your guitar straight in, and play your instrument. And if that genre happens to be 80s style thrash, then remember, practicing is more important than any amp. Learning dynamics, controlling ungodly amounts of gain with only your fingers, and finding the best and most original riffs and solos is more important than spending a fortune on shit. A good high-gain amp and a fast, reliable and thick-sounding guitar is all you need when it comes to gear. Thrash on!